Ah, goal! Damn. I cannot unmute my mic these days. Anyways, just say, hey. Yeah, C-Star, that was awesome. Thank you. Very, very cool. Very cool. It's a good way to go into a break. So, any thoughts on what we're doing? Yes. Our Atlas quest says, recover Atlas seeds, find the next interface, and yes, there was one in this system. Oh, and yes, it says speak with the Atlas. I thought we had already done everything we could in this system. Maybe I missed a step when we were there. Did I even do that on stream? I think I did. I've been playing a lot of this off and on stream. Yeah, see, look, here's a traveler. Travelers have started to appear on stations. Please, if I do not get these supplies, something will kill me. Okay. Oxygen. Accepts my offer and gives me a package in return. Happy traveler. But we are really low on nanites right now. We need to discover some new systems. Nice. I need to add to it. We've been recycling a lot of the same stuff. It's time to add to it again. Pastime. What am I looking for? What did I want to check? I don't know. C-Star, you asked earlier about the running, I think the milestones. You see it caps at Adventurer rank 10 when you've traveled 100 Ks. Standing with the Gek is the lowest of the races right now. In the middle there, Colleague, not bad, I guess. A few words, 29. We've been to 2 systems, the Vy'keen, Preceptor. I was able to pull rank on someone in the Vy'keen. 67 words. We've been to, I don't know how many systems. That's rank 3, or is that total systems 3? Korvax Savior. We are the savior of the Korvax. Cool, we're almost a singularity. 86 words learned. Have you been doing any missions they give you? Very few, apparently. Very few. I keep getting worried they're going to ask me to feed 10 creatures, which is rather irritating. I don't mind feeding 1 or 2, but actually having to feed 10 is like, stop everything else you're doing, find creatures, and try to walk up to them without them running away, and then find you don't have the right resources, and then... Oh, that's fun. There's so many things to do in this game, and feeding creatures, oddly enough, is just not one of them. And they should take away the quests that have you feed creatures because they're bad. Okay, now that that's off my chest. Make your own quest and eat 10 of them. Now you're talking. Well, let's go back to the Atlas then. Just see what the deal is. I thought it was time for us to go to another system for the Atlas path, but missed something. Bad is an understatement. I'm using the phase beam, trying to avoid hitting anything as we go through a couple asteroid fields. clearing the path in front of us. It's pretty powerful. It has an upgrade on it too right now, so it doesn't overheat as easily. Might need to move further away from this thing so I can find the entrance. Entrance. It's big, so when you get close, it's rather hard to just glance at it and see. You gotta move around. There, underneath. Atlas Station, where is your entrance? Come on. Always, there we go. It's always so awkward thrusting. There, I'll stop there. Any addition to that sentence is gonna make it worse. So. I should go. We'll thrust, okay? Welcome to Atlas Station. You've learned the Vy'keen word for disconnection. Oh, Atlas, what did I forget when I was here? We haven't been anywhere since last we spoke. Are you getting all that? How about that? Another Atlas interface. How many of these constructs exist in the deep void? How long have they been slumbering, waiting for a traveler? Have they been expecting me? Am I somehow chosen? The Atlas crafted this existence. The Gek, the Vy'keen, the Korvax, the stars that fill the skies, and the hatred that burns within the deep. Every world that turns and every form that lives, the Atlas offers it all. Consent, milestone, Juno, or above. Refuse, leave. I know not what I'm doing. Be walking on a path to galactic hell. Or not. I take the gift of knowledge, clearly certain in my decision. All doubts are silenced. The stars await me. New product formula learned. Englobed shade. This Atlas shell holds the remains of a parasitic spaceborne life form, most likely of extra-dimensional origins. We're getting spooky. You have to make a captured nanode, and then we could turn it into an englobed shade. But for what purpose, I wonder? The captured nanode is simple enough. Chromatic metal. Atlas seed containing zonally shifted quasi-stellar substrate. Warning, do not allow Matrix to commune with this dimensional space. Warning, do not cross the streams. And then what? So, discover your location, visit life forms, ask about your position. Maybe what happened is I flew to another Atlas system yesterday morning, off stream and didn't want to go there until we were on stream. And I've been avoiding it. That could be this system that we're in. I've seen it, you haven't. But this is the first time coming to the Atlas station here. So it looked like we have... We can visit the life form and locate ourselves on the star chart. We head for the planet for Artemis Quest. We can talk to some other people while we're there. See if we can fulfill the request. I'm not going after... I'm not trying to get bounties yet. Whoa! Hey, Jorb. Have we been there? Our way. Scan. It's pretty far. Minute and a half. Pulse. Fugitive attack ship mostly harmless. Was that the name of the craft, mostly harmless? Or is that an actual classification? So we can... Any inventory management while we're waiting? How's our fuel? We're not going to run out on the way. Can we charge it without dropping out? I'm curious. We can charge it without dropping out. We are about to be pulled out. Get ready. We can run away if need be. They want my chromatic metal. Damn. I have a 500 stack. Looks like 3 of them. The red skulls mean they're like way above my level, or is it just normal? This is not good. Not good. So let me tell you what I did yesterday that was really bad. I ended up, for the very first time, loading a save because I got jumped coming out of a space station, and I accidentally shot the space station while trying to deal with the pirates, and they sent all the police in the galaxy after me. And I didn't know what the fuck to do. So I just paused and loaded a save. I straight panicked. Like, what the hell's going on? This is gonna ruin everything! But I learned the lesson. Don't shoot the space station. Shit. Earbud fell out. That's very distracting, you know, when an earbud falls out. Welcome to your life in Elite. Come on, Twitchy. Come on, Twitchy. Twitchy, Twitchy. 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 Die, Twitchy. Hey, Willow. Ginger beer and a mule. Welcome. At least they don't have chickens. Is there anything still undiscovered in this game? Do you mean like game features? Because its very nature means almost everything has never been discovered, but you know, it's in a generic way. There's an infinite number of systems and planets. The game is procedurally generated. There's an infinite number of stuff. Yeah, multiple drop pods. Although, I don't know if they're already all there, or if some of them get generated when you get drop pod data. I've seen drop pods with no data, and I don't know if they're the same as... But yeah, definitely multiple drop pods on one planet. A Mormon Moscow mule. I didn't know there was such a thing, but it makes sense. Extreme hazard planet. And what is it? Radiation? Oh, we got that covered. That's why I have stacks of uranium. We're all good. Hey, Drigtall. Heading back from the other side of the galaxy. Elite Dangerous. Nearly 400 jumps to go. And you're watching on the way. More Elite fans, huh? Safe travels. You wanted to talk to? Death, 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 death! Holy warrior. Warrior seems less aggressive than I might expect. Nice lips curl over their teeth. I'm not giving you... Okay, effigy you can have. I'm keeping the daggers, but you can have the effigy. Deal? Deal. Death. More effigies? Good. I'd like to clear out the stack of effigies. I'll free up some space in the shuttle if he takes them all. But I don't want to give him the daggers. Keeping the daggers. He's less excited now. How many effigies did I have? Did I have a 5 stack? Gift with gratitude. You want them all? I have so many effigies for you, you don't even know. I don't even know. We're gonna find out together, you and me, how many effigies I have. Yeah, could you get on with it? I'm on. Okay, we're out of effigies. Let's get some help with the language or barter. See what he gives us. Life support gel. I don't know if that was worth 1,000. Oh, you're not getting my dagger. Directions, dialect help. Both, please. They have the happiest animations. Hey, a freighter crash site. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Check out the freighter on this world while we're here. Dogdo. Barking noises, more directions. Do you really give more directions? I get the feeling an NPC that rolls another... These are the 3 options we got this time. And we had directions last conversation and he gave us directions. Can the same NPC give you directions twice? I've seen at least a few of them that when you ask again, nothing happens. Anyways, I'm gonna ask for a... Trade you for a word. Bile. Just taught me shit. Can you teach me more shit? No? Alright, we'll try getting more directions. See if he can come up with anything else. Nope, so he didn't come up with anything else. He already gave us directions to the crashed freighter. So, 1 week. Hello, I'm a total noob. Just been playing 1 week. Since last Monday. Is that about right? Just learning. So we're supposed to visit this life form, locate ourselves on the star chart. Life forms in this system should be able to analyze Artemis's chart and pinpoint our location. Where are we? Right here. Through the garble of Artemis's translator, it's clear that I am yet to make an impact among the Vy'keen. I need to improve my reputation rank. Really? Because we were just looking at that and I thought we were doing all right. We are an adjutant. Our rank is pretty damn high with the Vy'keen. And it needs to be higher to progress. Okay. And I guess it needs to be higher. Commandant? Or do we need to be top rank, I wonder? That's strange. Our rank is insufficient, but... Yeah, that looks cool. It's fins. Come on in. Ronick, you remember last time you did a jump run like that? You're talking about Elite there, maybe? You jumped, getting back into Federation space. Turns out you were wanted in that system due to them still not getting over your pirating. Spoiler did not go well. Hull was down to 7%. Damn, need all the modules broken. Cockpit almost blown by the time you got back to Imperial space. You're bloody, broken, to say the least. But you made it back, you know? It's like any landing is a good landing. Any landing you walk away from. Sorry, not any landing is a good landing. I missed the important part. But you did walk away from it. Qualified. Wait, what did it say? Increased... Yeah, hostile environments. What did it say about the Viking? It was telling me exactly what I needed to increase it by. Raise your standing, increase standing by 0 of 4. Hang on, I just gave that guy 4 effigies, and I could have raised it by 4 if I had given him the effigies after talking to the... I deserve that, huh? That's what I do. Like, here's the quest. Let's not do the quest yet. Let's do some other random stuff, like talk to this guy and give him all the things I'm gonna want back in 5 minutes. Okay. Hey, you want us to be your test subject? I'll be your test subject. Increase standing. He has no current desire to kill me. Gives me a word of their language. A word for drink. Not getting my dagger. Directions to a drop pod. Oh, now I'm excited. That's where we're going first. Where's the drop pod? Is it on this planet? Yes. More inventory space for us. She now knows how to ask for beer in Vy'keen. Alright, we're going for the drop pod. Where is it? It's far enough that we're flying. That was on the nose. Damn, you parked that thing. Look at that. That's 6 inches from the pod. I don't feel like I can take credit from that, but all right, that's pretty close.
Radiation protection falling.
What do we need? Antimatter. Are we good on everything else? Sodium nitrate, oxygen, ionized cobalt. And some antimatter from chromatic metal and condensed carbon. Repair the system to acquire new exosuit slots. Okay, so here's my recent takeaways. These are free slots. You can exosuit tech, or cargo. The cargo slots, as you expand, get more and more expensive to buy if you're buying them at the space station. But obviously these are free. So at this point, let's use drop pods for cargo until we can't anymore. And every time we're at a new space station, we'll buy one for tech slots until that's full, and then get back to main inventory. Main inventory right now is pretty big. We got 36 slots. I'm not panicked anymore. It's really nice having these cargo slots. So let's get another one of those. And I'm trying to keep stacks of the things, the primary things I replenish my tools with as we go around. Chromatic metal's a little different, and look at that. Over 120,000 in value. No wonder those pirates wanted it. We don't need to carry that much. But it's nice that a 500 stack will fit in the cargo storage.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
I wonder if we could. I wonder if 500 copper would stash in there without. That'd be worth 60k. I wonder if pirates would come after it. It's just copper. I would hope not. I've had them come after me for too big a stack of ionized cobalt, so we gotta watch that stack. Now we've had them come after us for chromatic metal, bigger stack. Don't think they've come after me for uranium. They've come after me for a full stack of platinum. It's neat. I get a kick out of getting used to the things they're coming after me for, although I hate the idea that I'm gonna get killed by them one of these days. Hasn't happened yet. It'll happen. Trying to keep my inventory clean so I can see what we have. We break down that tetracobalt, which is worth 6k. If we break it down into 150 ionized cobalt, that'll be worth like 50k. That's not that it's that common, but that's actually the sort of stack you could put into here. I think it would stack up to 10. Would it stack up to 10? If we were gonna move it. No, it would still only stack up to 5 in the exosuit. Weird. Some things double their stack size and some things don't change. Anyway. I'm not destroying the chromatic metal. Find something we need to open with it. We can use the life support gel. That'll end up getting tossed if we run out of room. I only make the dihydrogen jelly when I'm crafting something, so I hate holding a stack of it. On the other hand, I never carry dihydrogen. Nasty storm. Are we charged up? We can now go out in this. Look at this rad storm. 29. Alright, it came out at the end of it, but it was probably up over 30 rads. Pretty gnarly.
Extreme radiation detected.
So what about that crashed ship? Subterranean relics, that would be more tetracarbon and no, the other thing it would be. The thing.
Technology recharge.
Vortex cubes and tetracobalt. Did I just fry it? No, it moved, because subterranean relics are weird like that. As soon as you get to their initial point, the marker moves into the actual cave that they're in. You have to expose the cave that they're in, and sometimes you can just back out and do that. You can pinpoint it again. There are caves everywhere, and yet when you know there's a cave to find, I've had trouble punching through into them. You can hear the water.
Extreme radiation detected.
You get through into a cave, or is that just... That's the cave bottom. Because we can't dig down anymore. So if the cave's nearby, we're up. You could waste a lot of fuel trying to find a cave like this. Oh well. Could let the relic go unless we can find its marker again. It doesn't really matter. So I'm not very good at finding caves yet. It's stuck.
Extreme radiation detected.
Oh well. Activated copper. So this planet had the activated copper. I knew we had been on one. Couldn't remember where the stack had come from. Probably add that to my list. Crashed freighter. I should go back to my ship. We were gonna go check out the crashed freighter. So we came here for the... We need Vy'keen standing for the Artemis quest, or we can just travel to another world and let that go for now. We'll get Vy'keen standing naturally as we do other stuff. Never been a problem. I feel pretty silly that I didn't talk to that NPC from the quest first. I had all the rep items we needed to get Vy'keen standing for ranks. Running sim in space. Oh, look at the size of this deposit. Pretty big.
Radiation protection falling. Technology recharge.
Start out here. I imagine something will need activated copper. We may end up just selling this for now. Come back to this world if need be. Good one, how are you doing? Working on video edits today.
Technology recharge.
Right on. Well, more than a full stack. 60k. That's not the most valuable, but look at that. It can be refined into chromatic metal. I wonder what the ratio is. I'm not gonna refine it. I want to see what the ratio is, though. Two to one. That a standard downgrade. One to one. It's like 1 to 1. So 250 activated copper is 60,000, and 250 chromatic metal is about the same. So the activated copper, well, but is it nice? I mean, I guess it's a little better. If you're going to take copper and turn it into chromatic metal, you need 2 units of copper for 1. But if you find activated copper, it only takes 1. So that's kind of nice. It's better than regular copper for making chromatic metal. Yeah, exactly. It was activated. I'm just learning a little bit.
Technology recharge.
I left some unidentified minerals on some of the worlds that I went to yesterday, including this one. But I tried not to leave any plants. We're getting so much for scanning now. 60,000 for flora, and 122 to 370 for fauna. But minerals, we're still getting 200. So unless, when I was just planet hopping yesterday, which is probably how we got here,
Technology recharge.
the jetpack is a boss now with those 3 mods in it. I can't get over it. I'm just so excited about those mods. They're the best. These mods. Jetpack 218. Jetpack 216. Jetpack 209. Our jetpack is boss. Crashed freighter. Did we want to check it out? Haven't been to a crashed freighter in a while. Where was it? Yeah, there's a lot of activated copper on this planet. Think that's the same relic that trolled me? I'm not even going back. What happened? Building. We had a crashed freighter location. Too many waypoints. I've lost waypoints in this game so many times already, just playing for a week. Trading post. Crashed freighter. And once you're in the ship, you can't figure out what's what. So you better have a tag on it if you want to get there in the ship. So you better find it when you're on foot. So much activation! Whole planet is activated! Boom! Oh man, we hit that square. Mountain! Pull up! I do love flying in ground effect. How low can you go? My, that low is too low. And that is the wrong bank. Crashed freighter. Jeez. At what point does the ship break? I've never had so much impact on the ship. At what point does your ship just start blowing fuses and losing inventory? Yeah, there's probably a landing spot over there, but that was a disaster. I hit the freighter, guys. I hit the freighter. And there's probably a landing pad over there. But I am so ashamed we're just gonna land over there. There's the landing pad. It's all good. Wreck. The Yuzawag Teba. The log. Logs seem to be close to the same, most of them. Delivering, I hope to go home. Sentinels arrive. There's too many of them. What are they doing? Distress signal broadcasting 16. I'm gonna take a look. These freighters all get pulled down pursuing a distress signal. 16. Could be, I guess. Alright, we haven't been to one of these in a while. We went to a whole bunch on one planet. We need to open these. Carbon, magnetized ferrite, and then get the heck out of there.
Extreme radiation detected.
Unstable gel.
Extreme radiation detected. Technology recharge.
When the cargo space I have,
Falling.
when I have enough of it,
Technology recharge.
maybe multiple stacks, 500 stacks. Maybe I should be carrying 1,000 of magnetized ferrite and 1,000 of uranium, and
Technology prepared.
I can burn through some of this stuff fast. Woo! Double extreme. Whoa! Have you ever seen that? Double extreme? Double extreme! Oh, it's right there. Nice, it's right on top. Solenoid, carbon, magnetized ferrite.
Extreme radiation
Yeah.
detected.
Woo. 9 point something sieverts popped up. Double extreme. I'm pretty sure you get a 1-up from that. Should get something. Like, grow another arm. Curious deposit. Oh, we gotta check out the curious deposit. Can't have all the cargo pods already, can we? Tech module. Cargo pod. The ship's not going anywhere. I kid you not, I will forget or lose this curious deposit even though it's yellow. The yellow ones, I exaggerate a little bit. I probably wouldn't lose a yellow one. But I'm going here first because the ship, that's easily findable again. Rare metal element, tetracobalt, superoxide crystals.
Extreme night radiation detected.
Yes, let's use the bolt caster. That'll work well. Kind of neat how they roll away when you start shooting them. Look out! It's coming right for us! Don't you even, Scanner. Maybe they are. How do you know they're not?
Technology recharging.
Ah. Away. Go away. Here, we'll just get them all moving. Hey, you don't want to get in the beam there, buddy. Fuck off! Fuck off! Are you for real? Go away. What is that? It's different. What's going on there? That's supposed to happen, is it? What's happening there? It's a very small breach in space-time. Alright, back to the freighter. We were almost done there.
Radiation protection falling.
Either a flare or you broke the planet. I'll take either one. Looks like I broke the planet, though. No big deal. Space Emperor and Destroyer of Planets.
Technology prepared.
Airship launch fuel. Well. Okay. Cargo pod. That could be the last one. Oh, right into the.
Technology prepared. Extreme night radiation detected. Extreme subterranean radiation
Ooh,
detected.
20 sieverts. I can't see. My protection's working, but I can't see. It's fogging up my gear. No, I will build a life star.
Technology prepared.
Salvage materials from the wreck. Freighter salvage. Objective. Oh, yeah. We just completed all the cargo bits that were here. After hitting up the logs there, it became a little side quest. Where did I leave the ship? Where did I crash the ship into the freighter, I mean? On the other side? That's not metal. You know, the shield that I have against radiation
Radiation detected.
isn't actually a shield. It's DNA repair. Look at the description. DNA repair system. It's actually fixing me as we go. Because this radiation is fucking me up. And then it's just like repairing me. I think that's what's happening. Okay, so where did that leave us? We were research standing with the alien life forms. I could have done if I hadn't given away the relics moments before we needed the standing. Viking effigy. I'll probably take one of the effigies. That's one standing. I guess we'll have to go try and get some quests from them or something. They're going back to the trade post. Crashed freighter we're at. Before a DNA repair fixes Jay into a Gek. That wouldn't be so bad. The Gek life. And data structures. Hope for some drop pod data. Maybe, you know what? I think if we collect them all, we get one drop pod data. Although I've had at least one of these spawns give me multiple drop pod data. But watch it, say nothing about drop pod data, and we'll still get one. That's my guess. Nav data 5, 6. I'm not sure what's going on, but I've seen it happen a few times now. 7, 8. Yeah, you can get as pissed as you want. Drop pod coordinate data. So we got all of those, and we got an extra drop pod. I think you get one when you collect everything at the relic site, or at the data structure site. And yeah, another drop pod. Come on, that's awesome. Signal booster. Here's something I read into. I would recommend not using more than 2 drop pod data on the same planet. I've gone to 1 drop pod using data, put out the signal booster, used another drop pod, gone to another drop pod that was there, spawned correctly, used another drop pod data, and it actually sent me back to the first one, which did not respawn. So now that I'm thinking about it, when the question came up earlier, can you have more than one drop pod on a planet? Yes, definitely, but I wouldn't use more than 2 data. Let's see if this even works, or if it takes us back to the one we already went to. I know I've done 2. Hopefully that is not the one we already have been to. I don't know if it has to do with the drop pods spawning when you use the data, or if they're already there on the planet, static and finite in number, or what exactly is going on. I'm just learning as we go, but maybe it'll help someone a little bit too.
Extreme radiation detected.
So the ancient data structures, definitely go collect them all when you see them. Where are we? Pay attention. I meant to me, I need to pay attention. I was about to land us in the middle of nowhere, we're not there yet. There may be a refresh rate on them, it may take a while. What other use drop pods have other than sending you from one to another? They don't send you there. The drop pods are where you can buy inventory upgrades, or you get them for free. Yeah, it's real. It's here. So whether it's spawned or it was already here and we just got the location, this is our second one on this planet. And we can get another exosuit upgrade, 1 inventory. Got the sodium nitrate and the oxygen. Why do I already have the antimatter? I didn't make it.
Technology prepared.
Loot some. Radioactive supercell approaching. So, we can upgrade the exosuit main inventory, same as last time, the tech slots, or the cargo slots. We're gonna do cargo with the drop pods for now. We're gonna do tech until we can't anymore with the ones from space stations that we buy, which are about 100k or maybe a little more than that now. But the cargo slots would cost like 200k or more, so we may as well get the free ones for cargo. It's a nice storm. Can't see the ship and all this radiation.
Radiation protection falling.
Look at how fast, without our special protection, look at it drop. We have a ton of nav data. We can probably just get rid of that stuff. Sell it, I mean. Probably just sell the activated copper unless... And right now, I'm not short on chromatic metal. In fact, let's move some stacks.
What do we have here? You
Al
must be a
Bravo.
new arrival.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Cheers. Greetings. Make some room. Now that didn't move anything into the last slot. That's kind of weird. Why don't we start a... What am I burning through a lot of? Magnetized ferrite? And just oxygen. So why don't we start extra stacks of those here in the exosuit? In the cargo.
Weather update.
I already have a extra stack of oxygen. Start collecting some oxygen again, and next time we're back at base, we'll stack up a whole bunch of ferrite. And crunch all of that. Vault.
Extreme radiation detected.
Nice having some extra room. Guess it doesn't matter really what I put in there for now. Just make some room, right? Make some room. Carbon crystal, condensed carbon. We should just break that down, and I don't want to think about it right now. If we break that down and combine it with the other stack and stuff it in the storage and we free up 2 slots and my head hurts already, never mind. Come back to that. Just making a little room. Weren't we gonna try and need to raise our standing? So silly considering I had those rep items. I can't get over how silly that was. I gave them all away and then we needed them. See anything on the compass? Where was that? Wherever we originally landed is too far away to even see a marker for it. Makes sense, but this waypoint system makes me crazy. This whole system, Vy'keen, dominant. We could go up to the space station and just go up to the space station. Visit the mission board is the suggestion, apparently, to go with it. I've never seen it say visit the mission board. But to increase Vy'keen's standing, grab a few missions. It now makes sense. They're telling us to increase standing even though we are one of the highest ranks with Vy'keen. Had I done this quest last week, it all would have worked organically. I outrank everyone we're going to be getting missions from. And we need their help to get enough rep for the quest.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
We're not giving the Vy'keen daggers away, even though that would get us some of the rep. Those Vy'keen daggers will get us portal locations when used at the right monolith. But I'll give away the effigy, and we can do a couple missions. Keeping a small stack of nav data so we can sell the rest. And I guess sell this activated copper, which I didn't. Did I write it down? Tejorb. It was Tejorb that had the activated copper. Why are we not at the space station? Jaggers, I'm really enjoying it. It had a very, very steep learning curve for me, but it had a very steep learning curve and is awesome. Awesome. There's just so much to learn and understand, and so much wandering to be done. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I've also had a few days where I cracked and was really stressed out, but that's happening less and less. Sentinel. Barely acknowledge my presence. They look in my direction, but their gaze is fixed on a point far beyond my eyes. Warrior ignores my challenge. Perhaps this is for the best. Enemy Slayer. Warrior indicates they have no current desire to kill me. Okay, the effigy's good. We can give the effigy. See if that even triggered one of the 4 standings we needed for the quest. Whoa, whoa, how did we end up with 3 of 4? Isn't that the first thing we've done for a Vy'keen since that said... Okay. Well, it's gonna be easier to finish that up then. Probably just do 1 mission. And remember, the whole thing's a little weird because we're an adjutant. We're gonna be a commandant when our standing increases 8 more times. Only 1 more needed for the quest. Okay. Dialect. Each word. The word for leave. Is that a hint? Is that a hint? Interloper blood. Something. Vy'keen blood. Warrior shivers in anticipation before confronting me. They bark savagely, showing yellowed canines and a bloodied tongue. As soon as the fury begins, however, it seems to be over. Lifeform nods solemnly and indicates they will hear my plea. We could finish this quest giving him a dagger, but I want to save those daggers. Directions to a POI, a trading post. I'm glad to hear it. A lot of people seem to be enjoying it now. I don't know so much about before, but at least people are enjoying it now. I'm new to it. You've only been playing a week too? I started last week. Really like the adventure. No, don't take my dagger. Alien monolith. Well, we could take the dagger. I guess I'm confused. The monoliths are or aren't the ones that you can put the dagger in. We could take the dagger to that monolith and find a portal and warp across the galaxy. And we should definitely do that because why not? We'll discover a new planet, new system. We can go make some bank with our super scanner mod on a new planet. Might even find something cool. Or we'll find a dead world and end up dead there. Barter. Hey, and he gave us an effigy, a Vy'keen effigy, even though they're Vy'keen. So now I should be able to get the standing we need by giving it to someone else. We don't even need to take another quest. The warrior watches me approach and then rolls a selection of marked cubes across the surface in front of them. They examine the results, grunt, and look at me with what appears to be disappointment. Like dice, they rolled some dice and the results weren't great. Did I not take his cube? Disappointed. Not so bad. Warrior sneers at me and continues to examine the cubes in front of him. Maybe I should have taken his cube. Don't quite get their culture yet. Sometimes they want confrontation. And I still don't understand why he would want me to take his cube just because his rolls sucked. Like, oh, my roll's no good, I guess you can have my dice. He's trying again, though, so you know what? This time, we'll take your cube. Vy'keen seems alarmed. Put your cube back. But when the warrior notes which glyph faces them, they become even more agitated. Oh, we pissed him off now. We lose standing with the Vy'keen? You're sure sounding like Viking isn't a pure coincidence? Not at all. Not at all. I don't know what you're talking about. Can't have the dagger. Another drop pod. So, if you're starving for inventory, talk to a lot of NPCs and go to the drop pods they give you locations for. This is awesome. I am more inventory. Yes, please. No, you can't have the dagger. He didn't actually give us a new location. That seems to happen sometimes. Maybe because I've gotten too many directions from NPCs up here at once. Less aggressive. No, you can't have the dagger. He also did not give us a real location, so that seems consistent if we have too many, maybe. Someone else. More. We already had a chat, but you can talk to the same NPCs repeatedly and get different options sometimes. There you go, effigy. Captain Duolinko accepts my gift with gratitude. Your standing with the Vy'keen has increased, and the target life form has been relocated. So I guess we're not done in this system yet, but here's my thought. We go to the monolith, which will hopefully get us... yeah, the drop pods allow you to buy more inventory space. The same way that the NPC over here... I'm gonna run out of... So when you come to a new space station, the vendors that are there, 1, 2, 3 vendors in a row, the one on the left always has, it's empty now, always has one inventory upgrade for purchase. And you can choose whether it goes for your main inventory, your tech inventory, or your cargo inventory. But if you get a drop pod location, you'll find something just like this in a drop pod, and you have to repair it with some materials and antimatter. But then yes, you get another inventory slot, and you get to pick whether it goes here, here, or here. And it's free except for the materials to repair it. So that's, yeah, drop pods. Drop pods, drop pods. I got our inventory. How big was it when we started? It was pretty tiny. And this is all in 1 week, and a lot of that's from drop pods. I've only been to 7 or 8 space stations, so most of that's drop pods. So why don't we go to the drop pod first? This could be the same planet or a different planet, but let's see if we can get the portal location. We can always come back to target life form for Artemis. Visit the life form, locate yourself on the star chart. Yeah, if we open up a portal, let's go through the portal. That's basically what I'm saying. And let's go get some more inventory space, because we just got a drop pod location. Did we dump stuff? No, I'm getting too excited here. We gotta dump some stuff. Let's sell the extra activated copper and the extra nav data. And I wish you could pull out a refiner in the space station, because I would break down that tetracobalt into more valuable ionized cobalt and then sell it. You can't. Like the one place you can't pull out your... It's the one place you can't pull out your junk. You don't ever get a whole new exosuit, you just keep adding inventory? Yes. Correct. As far as I know. I have a stack of some of these special rares back at our base. You know what? We can teleport there and teleport back. It's really fast. We should do that for dropping off the superoxide and the rare metal. And I guess I'm keeping those because there might be some crafts later that need them. And it seems the recipes for combining multiple ingredients in the medium refiner, large refiner, are broken or partly broken, or something's wrong with them. So I'm keeping some of these rare materials, condensed, refined materials. Activated copper I wanted to sell. Oh. Unstable gel. Yeah, sell that.
Units received. Units received.
I'm gonna sell this stack of ionized cobalt and just keep the tetra cobalt in its place. And if we have something that needs ionized cobalt for repair, then we can break up some of the tetra cobalt.
Received.
Let's do that. Our ship launch fuel, I guess we can use it. Worth anything. What am I carrying that's worth too much and is gonna get us in trouble? We need the uranium. Burn through that stuff. Hey Daisy, how are you doing? Gold. Let's just keep a little bit of it. So there's an ongoing stack. For inventory management, when we're breaking down meteorites, it's going to be filling gold, tritium, silver. So I may as well have stacks of them, or it'll make me crazy when we don't have room.
Units received.
Same thing with platinum.
Units received.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Hey. For you and everyone. Here's. To the day getting better from here's. How was my day? Yeah, it's good here. It's good here. What was my day? What day is it? It's Monday? What did I do this morning? I saw a computer client who's taking care of his wife who's in late stage physical degenerative and wheelchair bound and can't move at all. He's placing her in a chair and tries to place pillows, but she can't place the pillows around her own body. She has to put the pillow a little higher. Yeah, I think that'll work. Stuff like that. It was pretty. It's. As a friend said to me this morning when I was talking about it, you know, imagine being in that situation where you don't even realize, you can't process at the time how mind-blowing it is, the situation at all, because you have to go through the motions. He's dealing with that, she's dealing with that, they're dealing with that together. There's no time to stop and think about. But a stranger, a relative stranger walks into the situation and just sees it for a moment, and it's mind-blowing, it's stunning, it's overwhelming, and can you... I'll be grateful for every little thing we've got, right? We can try. Can we try? It's not so easy sometimes. Oh boy, sorry. You asked. That has nothing to do with how I'm doing, but, it's a hell of a world we live in. And there's stuff like that, and then, I can't even deal with the little stuff these days, let alone real stuff like that. Drop pod. Can I get a lock on that? Yes, it is good to not bottle these things up. Twitch is not always the right place to bring the big downers. No, I'm okay with it when people need to get something off their chest, and sometimes I do too. But that doesn't mean that that's something I needed to or really wanted to get off my chest here. I'm just willing to... No, thank you, but stop encouraging that, please. If anything, I'm just trying to make a point right now about that not being something that's bottled up, okay? there's a lot of stuff that I'm not bringing here. And it's not because I want to keep it bottled up. And we are not going to have this conversation in depth, Daisy. I'm sorry. But this is not the place to talk about politics, religion, the current state of... No, there are so many fucking things that are not okay to talk about here. Okay? So, there really aren't. They're not okay. I know, you never said... What did you say? What did you never say? I'm just... I don't need to be encouraged to unload. I am like the master oversharer. But I have to work really hard to deliberately segregate certain information from Twitch. And these days, when my mind is all but shattered and someone says, "How are you doing?" there is a good chance that I will tell them. And whether it's what I just described with my client or something, just my own personal chaos these days, we just got screwed out of a drop pod. We came down here with the data and it's one of the ones we were already at. Yeah, that happens. No, I love sharing and oversharing with you guys. No, I know. No, what you said, Daisy, was unload, let it out. It helps to just let it flow out. Keeping it in does no good. That's what I was responding to. Like, don't bottle it up. Tell us how you're feeling, please. It's, you know, I get that. I get that. I do that. I would share a hell of a lot more if topically it weren't so wrong for this forum. I used to talk about it a lot in simple terms. Before my own world and the world as I see it went to such shit so quickly, I used to talk all the time about how this is a platform that brings us together because we have so much in common. Because for all our differences, we are more alike. And this is obviously a time in the world when we need to remember that and embrace that. But I have a hard time even saying it right now. I am so royally fucked right now. And trying to process the need for us to do that and recognizing that is the one thing we seem to be so bad at doing these days. It really eats me up inside. So there are some things that I just can't bring here because, as I used to say, there are things that divide us. We bring up certain topics and we forget that we have more in common, that we are more alike than we are different. We come together to enjoy life, a slice of it, to enjoy fantasy, to play games. We come together on common ground. And there are topics that divide us. And I don't bring them here. I've never brought them here. And I know you didn't ask me to bring them here. I'm going sideways. I told you, someone says, "How's your day?" And I go whoosh, sideways. Why this game is perfect right now. It's a distraction from the fact that I can't handle anything right now. I'm having a really hard time coping. And so, how was your day? Oh, it was another day in a world that gives me great pause. Great pause. So, no, I didn't want to land. I wanted to tag the monolith. One button to rule them all. So sorry that I reacted so badly to being encouraged to let it all out. I don't need to be encouraged to let it all out. It's not good to bottle stuff up, but there are some things that I can't bring here. You'll just have to accept that. I just have to accept that. The alternative is that I bring those things here head on, and this is not the place for them. It will rip this community apart. It will rip it apart. And we have spent 3 years building a community that brings us together. So, I beg of you, understand why I don't bring certain things here. We've had people who have been lost from this community, in part because they couldn't help but bring those things here. And that's devastating enough already. Thank you, Willow. Thank you. So, can we go back to just enjoying the game? How am I doing? I'm totally fucked. Thank you very much. And it's all up here. That's why I try to divert from these questions, because I am a seriously I am a seriously emotional person, and right now I am an emotional wreck. So I really do try not to bring this stuff up. And I'm really quick to bring it up. So yeah, if I blow off anybody's, hey, how are you? How was your day? And I say something stupid, or I say something that's just, you know, best to let it go. It's my way of, I am deliberately avoiding the question, and I will tell you straight up that I am avoiding the question. Just 2 weeks. We should probably take the next break early. I'm sorry, I just derailed. It'll be okay. We'll carry on. But I need to unplug. I need to stop getting more worked up. Just need to go short out for a minute. Not like that, but I have seen some weird ass creatures. You know, I haven't taken any screenshots. Although the game's own photo mode is, I keep forgetting it's there. I should use that. Next time I see some good weirdos. You landed, came out of game, break time. Just about perfect. I was gonna wait another 10-15 minutes to break. Let's see if we get, see what all happens here. We get info on a new portal or what? We've been on this planet before, and I can't remember which planet we escaped through a portal on.
Thermal protection falling.
Vy'keen, monolith. Learn language. Something, learn language. There are 3 vast columns of words on the ancient structure, each written in a different alphabet. Hey, we're gonna get a portal. The first column's words are like savage runes scratched in the sand. The second shows precise sequences of dots. The final column has wide and welcoming letters, almost appearing handwritten in hard stone. Savage runes scratched in the sand, precise sequences of dots, wide and welcoming letters, almost appearing handwritten in hard stone. Press hand against the runes, the dots, or the letters. We're gonna give a dagger first. This is why I wouldn't give the daggers to the Vy'keen as rep items, because for some reason the portals can be located by giving a dagger to the monolith. Oh yeah, most definitely. Caesar, most definitely. I am wondering if anybody happens to have, if a mod happens to have Discord open at the moment. Woo, I know you're probably working and lurking. Seastar, are you floating around there? I will definitely send you a link. And if neither of them have Discord open right now, I'll get you one in a minute. How do you like the little music that played when the portal was located? You will? Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Cheers. So, the rest of what we do here at the monolith is almost a riddle, because I've had one of these monoliths, or more than one, just kind of shut down and go dark without any accomplished anything. Shall we test this? If I give another dagger to the same monolith, I see two possibilities, and there may be more than two. It identifies an additional portal, or it identifies the same portal, basically does nothing, and we lose the dagger. Those are the two possibilities I think are most likely. Daisy, don't use another? Or no what? I'm just wondering if we can get away with using another dagger, or if we save it for another planet. What about the runes? I think I have... Not understanding. Runes. Are you saying pick the runes or don't pick the runes? You can say more. It's okay to say more. Okay. I would like good outcomes from this, and some of them... Here are some of the challenges the monoliths have presented. A vision of our past where a child version of ourselves comes to us and begs us to stay. And we have the choice to stay, to leave, or to comfort and leave. And it seemed that we're a traveler in the stars, and we're being encouraged not to fall back on our past, but look to the future. So we can comfort our past self, but then it's time to leave and move on. And that seemed to be the already did. Hi, Gallows. Can I use another at same monolith and not be wasted? That's the question. Picking runes will get you a reward. You want a portal, do the dagger. I'm with you. We already got a portal. I got it marked. It's waypointed. We're going to a portal. Caesar. C-Star sent you a whisper with a link. Thank you, C-Star. The Gallows, you don't know. To be honest, you've only ever gone for the reward? Well, you can do a portal and then go back for the reward. You can do both. If you do the dagger first, you can go back. But once you've done a reward or a completion, the monolith goes... You can't interact with it anymore. So I know we can put the other dagger... Let's test it, all right? The worst is we're wasting another dagger. Let's test it together. So I'm giving it another dagger. Let's see if we get portal number 2 or nothing. It looks like nothing. I'm okay with that. We tested it, now we know. The first dagger gave us a portal. The second dagger on the same monolith gave us nothing. Kind of like talking to the same NPC and asking for directions twice. Second time doesn't give you anything. This is good. This helps me learn what works, what doesn't. Throw up some heat protection. Which I can't charge. I can't charge. Never mind. I can't actually charge that. So, Daisy, you picked the runes when you went and you got a reward? Okay, so we can go back and interact with the monolith again. Once we pick one of these, we won't be able to interact with it again. I was thinking the dot sounds like the, it's the machine race. Korvax and the savage runes scratched in the sand, maybe Vy'keen. And the hand, I don't know, maybe that's Gek. Maybe it corresponds to the races. Let's try the runes. The ancient spirits that dwell here infuse me with the language of their warrior descendants. That does sound like Vy'keen. And look, we got Vy'keen word for take. Vy'keen standing and a Vy'keen effigy and an Atlas word for instant. Gallows, did that make sense? I like this game. I like the worlds they've created and the... This is good. Alright, to the... Why are there... Oh, that's the knowledge stones. Alright, let me lift off and let's head to that portal. And maybe we'll charge it up. I don't know if I want to charge it before or after the break, but I think I want to take a break before we go through it. Or no? I don't know. We'll see when we get there. I'm okay. I was really going sideways there for a minute. I'm sorry about that. I live going sideways these days. I could come up with some metaphor for it, but I also live in metaphors these days. And almost sick of it. Oh, I didn't go high enough. Wasted pulse fuel. Should have. Didn't have to go very high. But if we pulsed from about here or a little more altitude, it'd be good. Or we could just take a 2-minute flight. Daisy, you just want to understand them all more? You've learned so many words and get like 3 per sentence. Exactly, even with dozens and dozens of words for any given race, you're only seeing 1 or 2 or 3 things in a sentence. Don't go upside down. Works pretty well here. $1,600? Are you kidding? I was thinking a few hundred. Max. Whoa, 1,600? Yeah, I haven't broke 100 either. I've got 75 Viking. I think that's my most. No, 86 Korvax. And only 29 Gek. We're only 4 more standing points from Commandant. Commandant. Okay, we've arrived at the Stargate. Let's see what kind of materials it needs. Visitation of Strix Jiva. Charge the glyphs to enable the portal. Each glyph requires some materials. Probably have enough. Let's start with the basic stacks. Move here is going to be crazy. Cobalt. It's not going to take ionized cobalt. Wouldn't have. Rough. Why won't it take... Oh, I don't have it. We can break down the tetra cobalt. We'll be good. Let's break down the tetra cobalt after we charge up these other glyphs. Sodium. Okay. I didn't really pay attention. How much are we gonna need? Not too much. Tetra cobalt. Start with just 150 ionized. You just got back to dial up the Stargate? Yeah, and I've got some more glyphs too, although it's still going to be random. I'm not going from a recipe or anything. Okay. Ionized cobalt, we've got more than enough. Are you ready to open the Stargate? Failure imminent. I see the stone of the portal. It's immovable, muted silver. And yet something lurks beneath. It is gray, and yet not gray. A crimson calling out from somewhere below its cool surface. I feel as if I can hear creatures in the distance. Do they perceive the portal as I do? You can get the glyph address of the planet you're on, but we don't need that. I guess if you wanted to literally bring someone out there to a world you've been to, not using the multiplayer function of the game, but just more traditionally where you end up on the same planet. You could do that.
Message
That's
coming in.
pretty cool. But we
Action.
are going somewhere else. And I have 4 glyphs. Quadius, you came just in time to open the Stargate. Thank you for the host. I may even delay the break a little bit so we can see where we end up, and then hopefully end up at a space station or something, and we'll see. We'll see what's on the other side. I have 4 glyphs to work with, and the sequence is, I think it's about 12 long. So, you know, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, and just whatever. You could spam one of them. You could... The very first planet we portaled to when we only had 1 glyph was inevitably a planet other players had been to. Because these codes take you to unique locations on a I mean, the server is to some extent shared. Each player has procedurally generated content locally, but you not only upload some of that data that potentially exists for people to end up on the same world. Even I don't really know how that used to work versus how it works now, but I think if you end up in the same shared space, the game says so-and-so joined your game. When we were in one portal world, we got a message, so-and-so has joined your game. And they weren't really... I mean, they flew by at one point. They were there. And it wasn't someone on a friends list. I don't know who it was. It was a random player who happened to end up in the same shared space because we portaled to a unique location in the galaxy using only 1 glyph. The odds of portaling to something another player's been to once you use more than 1 or 2 glyphs, those odds go way down. No one's going to have been to the place we end up on just when I randomly mix glyphs here. And if someone else decided to follow this exact sequence, yeah, you'd probably end up on the same planet. But not enough? How about that? So the code I just put in is taking us somewhere unique. Where will that be? T-Star, you don't want to see what's on the other side? Sleep well and sweet dreams.
Falling.
We'll see you on the other side. Wish us luck. Yeah, let's some O2 before we go. The last portal we went through ended up 700,000 light years away. It's a daisy, it's a straight up Stargate to who knows where. We're in the Bagansk system on Zazavi L39. And it's a hot world. 75C, weather, direct sunlight, common resources, average flora, fauna, rich flora, passive sentinels.
Ground protection falling.
If I can catch one of these in a scan.
Units received.
108,000 for scanning a common. Desert planet, definitely a Gould planet. Gould.
Units received.
Yeah, this is really hot. I don't have any plentiful resource unless I start making ion batteries, which we could. I guess we could make ion batteries if we want to charge the flame protection. What does an ion battery take? Ferrite dust and cobalt. Can I break down the ionized cobalt into regular cobalt? Did you get a third? Yes, third S-class. I did. So we are rocking. Now the minerals we still only get 200 for, but the flora and fauna we get an absurd amount
Units
for.
received. Units received.
Look at this little guy. Hey, what are you doing trying to get away? good chance there's phosphorus here. Good point. What does it say? Selenium, silver, phosphorus, and cadmium. Cadmium. I don't think I've seen a planet with cadmium yet. Is cadmium worth a great deal? By any chance? Phosphorus. Sweet. Did you see? Does that mean you saw phosphorus as something I can use to charge the ablative flame? It is. Well, very cool. Phosphorus to get us started while we poke around on this planet. $62,000. Hey, we got organic rock. Oh. Need cadmium for cadmium drive. That makes sense. Yeah, I gotta scan the minerals too. They'll make me a little crazy, but we may or may not end up on this planet for a while. If it's a quick stop, I want to scan plants and animals, but I'm not too worried about minerals. Oh, let's see. Can we figure out how far in we are? We just go look at the planet we've been to before, one of the systems we were in that like Gudja Kane. We are 600,000 light years away approximately. Some of the planets we've been on recently. See how much phosphorus it takes for a full charge on the heat system. 31, or that's all I have. Yeah, let's get some more. I want to know what the amount is for a full charge. $75. Yeah, we had more than that. Okay, 75 for a full charge. Depending on the direction, that would be pretty close to the center of the galaxy for you. Well, do you remember when we went to that space station that was dead here on stream? We can now teleport to and from it. So that was only because the portal was initially open. After going back through the portal, the space station, even though it was dead, became accessible with a normal teleport, as did the rest of the system. And that seems to be consistent. So we're stuck in this system until we portal back. But you know, as long as we've been up to the space station here and been to its portal, we'll be able to jump to it, right? We have to go back to the system we came from before we can teleport back here. So, phosphorus did we end up with? We have about enough for 2 more charges. It's not really going to keep us protected for a long time. So what are we doing on this planet? Are we really trying to spend time here and scan lots of stuff? Grab some more phosphorus. Crunch. You're wondering which direction I threw you in was towards the center or the complete opposite direction. That would make a big difference. So, getting to the center, is that to find a black hole, and to what end? At this point, Chronic, have you already done Atlas, Artemis? I don't know where they take you or what that means, but have you already done them? And are you now going to the center or something else to do? Oh, that was scannable.
Units received.
Daisy, there was a spider grooming itself on your patio door. Literally the only spider in history that you spared because he was cute. And this was a real one, huh? Wasn't a spider creature? Standing on what we came for. Okay. The Sentinel wasn't right here.
Ground protection falling.
I'm gonna wait till that is nearly done, and then I'll recharge the battery on our thermal protection.
Technology recharge.
Looks like there's a lot left from that. There's not much left. It's a few little bits. Rich systems means valuable freighters you can plunder. Let me see, where are you at? It's pretty much known at this point the center is just a restart point, but word on the street is there's a lot of rich systems that way, so you kind of want to make your way over there. That does make sense, that you would want to make your way into a whole bunch of rich systems. I get that. So the portal, I want to see what other planets are in this system. This is a hot planet. Got some stuff on it like cadmium. That might be good to mark. In fact, we haven't renamed it. We could rename it. For now, I'll just write down what it is. Zazavi as cadmium. Of course, we can find that in the menu as well. But I'm keeping my own short list, so if I need activated copper, if I find I need cadmium one day, I can just... I don't have to go looking through everything in the planet list until I find one with it. I'll just find the right planet. We've already been to. So Daisy, terrified of spiders, and yet you spared this one because it was cute. That was good of you. Start grabbing some of the basics too again. Sodium, oxygen. We've opened up some more cargo slots. I think I wanted to double stack things like oxygen. And yeah, we pumped some resources into opening up the portal. I guess not that much. And our shack of a base is probably base computers waiting for us. So we're not going through the portal yet. We'll come back here and go through the portal. First, I want to check out any possible space station. There will be a space station. It might or might not be interesting. Nesoria, a corrosive planet, has activated cadmium. There's cadmium, but activated cadmium. I don't see a space station. Is that really a thing, that there might be no space station in a system? A life-incompatible planet with pure ferrite and cadmium. I don't know if it's gonna let me scan that one. Let's pull away from the planet. That's creepy. No space station, huh? So if we want to be able to teleport back to this world, then I've got to build a teleporter, which would require a base computer at least. A miasmatic planet, activated cadmium, ammonia, pure ferrite. Shit, there's a lot of systems in here. Missed it with the pulse. Unmapped, a dusty planet, cactus flesh, silver, pyrite, more cadmium. This is the cadmium system. We gotta get back to the portal too. We'll have to decide what we want to do about making a teleporter in this system or not. It might be worth it. It might be worth making a base computer and a teleporter just so we have a way back to this system. A doomed planet. Salt, pure ferrite, and cadmium. So, Zazavi is arguably the nicest planet in the system. Selenium and cadmium. Also, that's selenium. Use selenium for. So, what do you think? We go back to our portal and consider building a teleporter next to it? Miasmatic. Assume that's just really nasty. Toxic. Miasmatic, toxic. Dusty. Iridescent. Incandescent. Well, guess the possibility exists that we never come back here again if we don't make a teleporter, because it won't be on the list of anything to teleport to, and the only way we'd come back, if we don't make one, would be build a mini Stargate next to the Stargate. I'm sure there was never anything mentioned about crossing streams or anything before. Yeah, why not? Can't remember what it takes. Maybe some antimatter and you need a base computer too, don't you, before you can make a teleporter? Not portable tech. Base computer. Just requires, that's all you need? Chromatic metal, base computer, that is a base. Well, sure, then I'm gonna put my base computer down here next to the Stargate. Maybe it won't let me claim it, but we'll see. Habitable base. Searching cartographic archives. No prior claims on this site. Sonar test confirms it is suitable. There goes the space-time continuum. Which is it? Equipment, permanent tech, teleport. We just need an ion battery. Okay, need to put out miner. Need to power the shit. Do that a lot. Still need to take that break soon. I wanted to go through the Stargate and we did. There was no space station here, so I'm gonna get us back and then we'll stop on a space station or somewhere safe-ish.
Technology recharge.
I'm gonna break down some plain old cobalt. The ionized cobalt wouldn't usually go in that direction. How much cobalt did we need? Not that much. I had to make the battery, and we needed more ion. I just broke down the ionized cobalt. We have tetra cobalt for more ionized cobalt. How many batteries did we need? Just one. Thank you for paying more attention than I am.
Product constructed.
Alright, that Stargate's there. Where should we put ours? Put ours like right here? Would that be obnoxious? The big and the little. Sweet. Forget crossing the streams. These suckers are lined up. I'm gonna warp through both at the same time, man. Now it'll say there's portal interference, and we won't be able to use it. Teleporter unavailable. Portal interference. But if it works like the last one, after we portal back, it will be available. Unless its proximity means it will always have interference. That's not how the other ones worked. I have not seen much of the wildlife here. Double warping, is that even legal? Alright, what is this system called again? The Zavi in Bagansk. Oh, I guess it'll show up on my base list. It'll be pretty obvious. It'll be our second base. Only our second. Yes, that's a base. We just made a base. Jaggers, because of what I did. Now the Jets are going to win the Super Bowl. What have you done, Jay? So, I guess one thing I don't understand is how the portal functions after you've come back through it. It appears to stay open, but the interference on the other side is gone, or possibly gone. We return to the pedestal. It says Sentinels inbound. Really? Activate portal, and we could get the address here, but we don't need it. It's already activated, so I wonder what activating it again would do. Selecting leave actually turned it off. Okay. Does it remain charged? I'm gonna look at it, see if it's still charged. Still charged. So we could activate it and maybe use it again with a different code. There is a portal on Yachea. Notes are all scribbled and disorganized. We should keep track of where there are portals, in case we want to use one. Don't have one nearby. Back to Tejorb or to the space station? Let's go take a break on the space station. A bit overdue.
Technology recharge.
Hey, we got that launch fuel. Forgot we picked up a stack of... Somebody gave us launch fuel for something. Before we break, let's just play for a few more hours. Now, but before we break, let's see if we can teleport there and back. I actually want to teleport to our actual base after we test that. There it is. The Delankyo, the colony. There. 600,000 light years, go! So we portal through. Portal interference means you can't warp out, can't teleport out, but you can go back through the portal and then return by teleporter. And our base has gained some supplies. Someone dropped some supplies for us since we were here last. That was nice of them. A microprocessor, thank you. And we have access to this system without having to find a portal and charge it up and punch in the right code. We can just teleport here.
Ground protection falling.
We should really name that base. Are you feeling creative? Could have something to do with cadmium, this entire system. What do you think? Cadmelot? Sorry, that was awful cheesy. Stargateception was your suggestion. Did I miss it? Oh yeah, you should just name the base Stargateception. I did. Stargateception. Done. Cadmium cream egg. Not bad. Not bad at all. As for uploading it, does that really matter? I mean, who's gonna find this base? But we have renamed the base. That is good. I did not rename the other one yet. Still the Peshayan outpost. Change it. Why did I want to come back here? Drop some stuff off, sort out some... Yeah. Let's take that back. We can free up another slot in our... Good. I gotta remember I stashed stuff in the roamer. I'm gonna forget. Really gonna forget. We can free up another one of those. We got 5 microprocessors, so let's make some extra batteries. Maybe do this after a break, but... I put dihydrogen jelly in there. That was pointless. Gain effigy. Sit in the starship with the other rep items. Or what I want to do with the phosphorus. Hilltop hijinks. I might sit on this one for a while before deciding too. But you know, keep them coming. For some reason, I put dihydrogen in the roamer before, so I'll just put a little more in there. Cause why not? We had 6 microprocessors. We'll do what I did before. I'll stash the extra in the roamer. We're gonna use 5. We need to make more ion batteries. And they required cobalt and ferrite dust. What can I make? Breaking down more ionized cobalt. And 8 hermetic seals. 4 more batteries and 8 hermetic seals.
Product constructed.
Okay, let's break down ionized cobalt. We didn't need that much. Gonna speed up after a minute. Speed up. Olympus would be a fitting name too. Could be. Big Tall. Good night to you. You're off. Night all. Have a great week. Or life, if you wish. Yeah, sorry about getting all weird earlier. You too. Have a great night. Great week. Great life even. But hopefully I didn't scare you off forever. Never. Catch you later. Batteries. We didn't get the 6th. Cobalt, we're short on the ferrite dust. Ha ha. More battery. Okay, one more slot in the multi-tool.
Component repaired. Component
Fixed up.
Technology repaired.
Didn't cost us a
Radiation
thing.
protection falling.
Okay, there's only 2 more damage slots, and you know, hopefully we'll find an exotic or some really cool gun. But in the meantime, this thing's almost fixed, and I don't even have stuff to put in it yet. Now, what did I put where? We have too many inventories now. For oxide and the rare metal. To the storage container. Stack's almost full. That was a good place to put those. Get them out of the way. Because they don't do anything for me when I'm carrying them around, except we can break them down into oxygen, sodium, and... What's that break down into? Magnetized ferrite? Huh. I should start thinking about, now that we have large stacks of these, they might be suitable for carrying around in our cargo space. Because we can break them down one at a time, like magnetized ferrite, carrying a stack of that to recharge the terrain manipulator. Instead of carrying multiple stacks of magnetized ferrite, we carry this and break them down. This and a stack of magnetized ferrite. And likewise with oxygen, instead of 2 stacks of oxygen and some super oxides. It's a thought. Same thing with the tetracobalt. We collect stacks of tetracobalt, and when we need ionized cobalt or regular cobalt, we just break it down. One of the advantages to that being that we're not carrying anything super valuable on us. Attract pirates and... What do I have in my cargo right now? Magnetized ferrite. We could take the rare metal, oxygen, and we could take the super oxide. The chromatic metal. I don't want to carry as much chromatic metal around. Just my exosuit for a moment. Storage container.
Inventory full.
I want to transfer it. Can't transfer it. Can I? But
Inventory full.
why? Doesn't look. What am I looking at? Just look full. I'm really confused. Why did it say inventory full? Take that break. My brain is melting. Change the direction or something? Oh, we can change what it's going to. Exosuit. Because the stack was too big, it wouldn't transfer. It still won't. I can't stack it to 10 in here.
Radiation protection falling.
So this won't transfer. Take back my metal. I was trying to transfer some of the destabilized sodium, but instead it took back the rare metal. That's a weird behavior. Not going to worry about it. We could put more storage containers here yet. Don't want to carry all this chromatic metal. Let's stash some of it in the roamer. Carry more than that small stack, though. Support gel. We want to bother carrying the life support gel, temporary boost. Nah, it's like the junkie. I'd rather just huff oxygen. Starship launch fuel. We can of course still use that. It's an extra stack of tritium. Let's put the Starship launch fuel in the Starship. Stuff one more thing in the Starship. Carbon crystal, break down into condensed carbon. How much am I carrying right now? Stack's getting smaller. Break that down right now.
Radiation protection stabilizing. No free slots in suit inventory.
That's fine, you got close. That's what I wanted. We'll start a fresh stack of plain carbon because we're collecting all this as we go. Let's take the copper. I guess I'll stash the phosphorus in the roamer for now, but we end up on a really hot planet. where we need some of it. Mine more. For now it's stashed. I had some carbon. And sodium nitrate. 20. Start a fresh stack of sodium. I do want to start building some of these back up. Alright, that's good. We need some oxygen. Fresh stack of oxygen. I guess we are carrying the tetracobalt with for now. Do with the nav data, just sell that. We have oxygen. Look at this oxygen harvester here.
Technology recharge.
Mining beam hit that tree. Trig nothing scares you, your ex-mill, but there's something that bothers you. It's in the corner, behind the computer desk, in a shadow. See the darker shadow seems to move. Oh man. Shadows that move. Oh no. This alien artifact was not here before. It's definitely a new spawn. Yeah, I guess a shadow that moves without any explanation as to what's causing it. That can be pretty unnerving.
Technology recharge.
Humans and the unknown. Things we don't know, don't understand, can't even fabricate some hypothetical understanding to comfort ourselves. Stuff gets really creepy. I'm never gonna use that unstable plasma, am I? Alright, break time. And you know what we're gonna do after the break? We're gonna find out what the base computer has for us, which could be something or nothing. But I keep saying break. I've been saying break for the past 45 minutes, so we're actually gonna take one now. And I'll see you all back here in a few. Stay tuned.